I cannot hear my freaking game. Hello? Hello? Why can I not hear my game? Why can I not hear the game? Why can I not hear the game? What the flip? I can't even hear the Xbox. Why is it not showing the audio? Yeah, I'm gonna do this. Like I can still hear the Xbox. Okay, why can I not? Oh, because my headset isn't plugged into my controller. That's why. Why can I not hear the Xbox? My audio might be screwed actually because that was on. Properties. You. Finally, I can hear it. Perfect timing too, because it just auto-booted me to this. Okay, so I brought a little bit of practice in. I chose the shortest track layout. Whoops. Alright, so I got a little bit of practice in. God damn it! Earlier. So I looked up a couple of days ago, like why aren't stuff in this game and like what tracks are coming to this game. The reason why the oval configuration of Daytona isn't in the game, according to Google, how do I leave? Here we go. According to Google, the reason why the oval version of Daytona in this game is because of obviously licensing agreements, but NASCAR actually owns the oval. Apparently, NASCAR owns the oval version of Daytona, and it is extremely expensive to get the rights to have the oval, which I think is extremely stupid. Like, why does NASCAR own one part of the track but not the other? Also, here's a take. I think NASCAR should race on both the oval configuration and the road course. Same thing with Indianapolis. Actually, you know what would be interesting? Actually, week one they raced on the oval. Then week 2 they race on. The next week after that they race on the road course if the track has a road course. I think there should be a third configuration, but they connect that back part together. That's a third here. There should be a third configuration of this track that has that back half connected. Also, you know what's weird? This is a fictional track, and there's a square chicane thing right here. But yet that chicane isn't a part of the track, which is kind of weird. Like, it isn't like a track configuration, which makes no sense. Why would they? That's not my fault. Why would they have a if this is a fictional track, why do they have parts of the track that they don't have as a configuration? It makes no sense. Oh, my brakes just locked up. That section, those 1, 2, 3, actually not really the third one. Those 4 turns are actually pretty difficult. I know it's obviously a skill issue, but I think my biggest complaint of this track is the lack of concrete on the sides of the curbs. Like right here, the there's no concrete there, it's just gravel. Gotta be very careful on that first chicane, because I think that's called a chicane. Because if you accelerate too hard there, you are spinning out. You know what's crazy in my opinion? I don't care if you're a professional sim racer and you've been sim racing since like 2016 or something. You are a LARPer to sim racing if you take the that like you have to use like math and stuff to get around these corners and stuff. I've seen videos like, oh, you have to take the corner at a 30-degree angle with the power of pi, and whenever you do this, you have to calculate the transitioning of the air pressure. It's like, what do you mean? Bro, just shut up and just take the corner normally. Okay, all I do, I see the braking point, I brake at the braking point, and then I turn on the line that the car can go fastest in. I don't do all that frickin' follows the dimensions of pi or something. Like, what do you mean? jeez. This, I don't know if it's just the car or like the series, but that turn right there in the second chicane, it's like very prone to spinning out. I am really locking up there. Something that I really want to do, but I just do not have the patience to learn how to use Blender, is take my really good, like take my top 5 or top 10 best designed racetracks that I've made, like that I've drew up, and make them in Blender and publish them onto Assetto Corsa. And I completely cut that. I'm gonna slow down a little bit. There we go. I don't have penalties on because I think the penalties are very strict and stupid. My dream game, I have 3 dream games. One of which is that it's the entire, the entire city of Jackson, Mississippi. It's like an open world GTA racing styled game. Another one is a racing game, like a sim racing game, that you can, that has just like a million different types of tracks in it, and like unknown type of tracks, like some random track in Africa or something, or South America, that you've never heard of before. And obviously like fictional ones. And I botched that turn so bad. And the last one is a zombie survival game where you actually start, it's an open world survival game where you actually start off in the before the apocalypse, and you can actually watch the zombie apocalypse start. Try to make the map 10 or 20 mile by 20 mile, and there'll even be a simulation mode where you can actually simulate the zombie apocalypse, and you can watch them infect everyone and all that stuff. Think of Plague Inc., but it's just a 20 by 20 mile zone, and you can actually just watch 3D zombies attacking people. You can even pick how many zombies, how fast the infection speed is and stuff, and you can see the military come in and all that stuff. I do think there should be a sequel to Plague Inc. I think that'd be cool. Plague Inc. is as good as it is right now, but I think it'd be interesting to see an even better version of it, a 3D version. I only have 3 more laps left. I think the reason why my car spins out, obviously, yes, it's because of my acceleration, but I think it's because of the banked. That section is kind of banked there. So the difference in banking is offsetting the car a little bit. That, why is it taking me off the track? I don't get that. It just shuts off. Why am I digging into the wall? So I need to get a clutch so I don't have to keep going to first gear. Not first gear, neutral. I just hold down the clutch and go. More laps. Alright, one more lap. I'm really, like, tearing up this car's brakes. They keep locking up. If the brakes lock up, that's bad for the brakes, right? I'm really gonna struggle on those, like these 3 corners during the race. Last lap. Gotta turn a little bit more early there. You know what would be an interesting racing series in real life that would literally never happen? A 2 or 3 year long racing series that races in the streets of the capital of every single state. That's a 2-gear corner. Surprisingly, I'm gonna get 13th place. I don't know how. I need to make up half a second to get to 12. I couldn't probably get some positions in, but I can probably get some positions in during the start, but I'm definitely gonna lose a lot during the race since I really struggled on this. I'm still salty about that Daytona race where I literally had 4th place in the bag. But yet, I ran out of gas, and none of the other cars pitted the whole race. And there's no way in this game, of my knowledge, there's no way for you to, like, force people to pit. Which really sucks. I would have made it so that everyone's forced to pit, but I was expecting, since it was a 30-minute race, at least a couple people would pit, but no one in the whole race pitted, which is really annoying. Need to be a little more gentle on the brakes. Whoa, why are we braking here? I can tell though. You mind turning a little bit more, please? Or I mean, Kudasai, since we're in Japan, you know? Yeah, I think the mixture of the fact that that's banked and I just went uphill a little bit, it's really offsetting the car. I think that's what's happening. Why my car keeps spinning out a little bit there. Shoot. I can smell 10th. Mainly because they're like directly in front of me. That may have been my fault. I will say, I think the cones there are kind of pointless. fading. Fading fast. I think the most unrealistic part about Cars 3 is the fact that a woman won the race. Has there ever been a single woman that has won a NASCAR race? Most definitely just hit some cones there. Whoa, 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 whoa. Slow down. I think I found a strategy. What if I push the brakes in hard and then release them? Instead of gradually going on the brake. Forgot to downshift. That may have been my bad. I am definitely losing time to the car up ahead. I'm not on the racing line. Losing time to the crowd ahead at sector 3. Shut up. I can literally see that I'm losing time to the crowd ahead. Up here, you do not need to tell me. Losing so much time to the car up ahead in Sector 2. Get grip, get grip, get grip, get grip, get grip. Dang it. Well, there goes my 11th place. Now we're back where we started. Awesome. I hate that corner so much with a passion. Oh, there goes that 13th spot now. So annoying. I think I'll have to make up. I have to get like every single lap of picture pixel perfect for me to be able to get that. I'm not supposed to be in first gear for me to get back up to them, but I don't think I am. I'm just gonna play it safe and take 14th. You know what's weird? Whenever you lose grip, what's weird is whenever you lose grip, it's like all of a sudden, it's like everything's just ice, and there's like no grip in the world. Even if you get on like back onto concrete, you still just have like nothing. It's weird. Two more laps. I can maybe catch back up to them, but I'm definitely not passing them. This is the last lap, I believe. Yeah, it's 100% the last lap. Well, next lap is the last lap. don't think I'm supposed to hook my car up to the inside of the track. Why am I not in second gear too? Okay. I guess we're just going for a hot lap now. What do you mean by triple yellow? Now it just says yellow. Did somebody crash in Sector 1? You know what's annoying? I could have maybe caught back up to, I could have maybe passed 10th place if that, hairpin didn't go from banked straight into a little uphill lip hill. Which really offsets the car. And I really don't have the throttle control really tough. Take it slow to the finish line, barely. Oh no! I may have lost the war, but I won some style points at the end. I lost a position too. Half the grid was Fairleys. No, half the grid was Nissans, not the Fairladies. Well, I think the majority is Fairlady, actually. Finish race weekend, yes. Alright, and then maybe later today, technically tomorrow, we'll do, geez, that's weird. Zandvoort and this one kind of look the same. Not really, but they kind of do. If you, like, squint. Actually, that and, Kyalami probably look more like... Never mind. Okay, no. Canada Tire and Takayama are kind of the same. If you look at the logos, Canada Tire and Takayama. Is this actually called Canada Tire, or is this also a real track, but they had to rename it due to licensing stuff? Because they didn't actually get the license to make the track, which is kind of a weird loophole. It's weird how you can actually just straight up rip the track from real life, and if you just name it and change up the branding a little bit, you can have the track in a game. Which, if that's the case, why doesn't old racing games do that and just have like all the really good popular tracks in them and like all the unknown tracks? I think it'd be cool if this game brought back, what's it called? Monaco. That'd be nice. Alright, what was I doing? Yeah. But yeah, so, either later today, technically tomorrow. Well, technically later today. I'm just gonna say tomorrow. Might do this, Road America. Something that I am annoyed about with this is that they didn't do the square configuration of Road America, especially since it is a renamed track and it's not a licensed version. I wonder why they didn't do the square configuration. Because they have every single configuration with Sebring, which gets me confused. I think it's because NASCAR races at Road America, I think, and if for some reason they did the square configuration, NASCAR would be on them, which I don't know why they would, but what Google has told me is that apparently the DLCs coming for this game in the future are going to be Le Mans, which I will be playing that thing day one it comes out, and Mount Fuji, or Fuji Speedway. I remember I only watched 2 races at Fuji Speedway, both GT3. I will gladly take some points. And I think it was race 2, a car not even lap 1. Well, yes, lap 1 actually. The car just caught on fire. I forget if it was race 1 or race 2 too. But near the end of the race, a car was going to pit. The person behind them didn't realize that they were going to pit, and when the person in front of them broke, they technically broke checked them, and there was a massive two car crash, which caused a last lap shootout for all the cars. It was awesome. We'll actually react to that right now. Actually, claim all points. No, I cannot. Why does it show claim all points if I can't claim all the points? We'll actually watch that right now, just because it was so cool. Oh wait, what's today? Saturday. I might actually watch some races. Somebody invited me to a chat on Reddit. Please buy Minecraft for me. No. If you can't afford Minecraft, that's just sad. Any other game in the world, I can understand, but if you can't buy Minecraft, that's a you problem. You're telling me you can afford it. You're telling me you can afford something to play Minecraft, but you can't buy Minecraft? That's crazy. YouTube. Hmm? Oh, there's a race 2 at Spa-Francorchamps right now. GT World. What's actually going on later today on GT World? Am I allowed to react to a live GT World race? Because it's completely free to watch. Upcoming. What will be in the US? Wait, 24 hours of Spa? Wait, that's this week? Hmm? When's this? 6:30 a.m.? Okay, I have to watch that. Wait, let me show you guys. This? I love Janetta. I love Janetta. Whatever that is, Croft. Racetrack that I've never heard of. It's gonna happen in 4 hours. Awesome. When does Spa? Wait, when does Spa 24 hours happen? That's on board. Where's the actual race? It would happen today, but what time today? Hey Google, what time does the 24 hours of Spa start?
The 2026 CrowdStrike 24 Hours of Spa starts today, Saturday, June 27th at 16:30 local time. See.
What is that my time?
It starts at 9:30 a.m.
Oh! The exact same time except 30 minutes plus from when the 24 hours of Le Mans happened. Oh my god. Okay, playlists. I changed the thing from full race watch to full sports watch because okay, it is Fox. I would get it. I would get it, but it's $20. Why does it have to be $20? Because I instead of just making an entire new playlist, I just plopped this one in here since this is already technically sports. All right, now where is Mount Fuji? These are all the races that I've watched, by the way. This one is technically Truth and a Lie. I watched the first race. Yeah. Where is it? Janetta. Austria, that's Australia. Miami. I was actually lucky to watch the Miami race. I caught that right as the race started. And I'm like, oh, what the flip, Miami? And it just started. I might as well watch it now. Fuji, right here. Will we? My god, why must this lag my PC? Real quickly, I am going to check if my audio is distorted because I've completely forgot. Because last time near the end of stream, my audio just got distorted for some stupid reason. No. Here we go. I don't know why my audio got distorted. Why is it so quiet? I don't understand why my audio is like so quiet sometimes. I'll just up that to max. You on. Okay, wait. Oh my god, testing. I don't understand why my audio is like so quiet sometimes. I'll up that to max. You on. Okay, wait. Okay, that's fine. I don't know why my audio just crapped last time I did that. And I don't understand why my PC, I don't know if it's like I have to update something or something, but sometimes all the time when I'm live streaming, my thing is just laggy. Okay, is this the one with the last lap shootout? Or no? Why must you lag? Why must you lag? It isn't. Is this the one that had the fire? Yes, this is. I don't understand what happened though.
In turn one and made the move stick, but there just wasn't the space for four cars on the outside of him, and there wasn't really any compliance between them. Uchida going slowly here, although looks like all four wheels are pointing in the right direction. That would be my it's crabbing, isn't it? Something's bent there, and I'm afraid Sujiko is parked up on the outside of turn one. We are still racing though. Here's the 81 of
yeah, right here.
Going down the inside.
I don't understand what happened.
And this is a Nissan. Now that's a bit more dramatic. We've got this 84 Nissan that looks to be in flames.
What the flip?
But I would say that the flames
Why would you cut?
So maybe an exhaust fire.
Yeah. And then this is the one with the last lap shootout. Because a massive crash happened.
This may be the last ad you ever see. Because of the
I
free
wish.
ad block extension from Capital One Shopping,
You know, the one time, the one time I actually wish an ad was
no
true.
more interruption.
All incidents under investigation. So tune in later when we will give you the official result.
Why-
It's not going to be the one.
Why did they just
Take
go
a
on the
penalty, it's gonna
outside?
drop.
Why must it lag?
We
Look at
obviously
this.
didn't quite see what happened, but I think there were three cars trying to get the same apex. And I think 31.
Oh, this is the end of the
was
race.
involved in it. Is on. Comes across to pick up the slipstream.
Yeah, right here. Okay, here we go. This is the crash that caused it.
More pace. Comes out of the turn. Comes across to pick up the slipstream. Is there any braking? Is there any brake lights? Yes, there was brake lights. Yes, there was brake lights. He's completely correct. Wang Zhongwei has hit the brakes. And one can only assume that Wang Zhongwei that was going into the pits there. Wow. And thank the Lord for the safety here at Fuji, because Rio found some tyre barriers.
And this is the last lap shootout.
They retired yet, but we've only got 2 runners left in the silver cat. Self to the head of Kenzo Ricci in 7th still. Nice and slow, and here goes Prince Jeffrey in the middle of the final turn. He sends it out of the final turn, and off we go back to racing. Lu Wei looks the strongest in the top 3, crawling all over the back of Mike Zhou, and Prince Jeffrey's done a fantastic job there. Watch out further back for Tao Chi in a race-long battle with Bob Wan, nailed to the back of the Porsche. The Mercedes is looking strong going into the first turn. Prince Jeffrey doesn't need to worry. He's going to be okay. Nobody's going to attack him. Wei Lu to the inside of Mike Zhou. Yes, that's done. Around the outside, of course, there's contact. Bob Wan wiggles his way past Prince Abubakar. Tao Chi hasn't managed to get past, but Wei Lu has got past Mike Zhou into 2nd position. Wei Lu needs to defend on Mike Zhou now, because Zhou's got good momentum. Zhou into 3rd position. Bob Wan to 4th, but there was contact with Prince Abubakar, and that will potentially be looked at by race control. And still a couple of corners where you can make passes. Oh! Big lose from Mike Zhou, and he takes out Wei Lu from 2nd position. Locks the rear, and that's now handed 2nd position to Bob Wan and 3rd position to Prince Abubakar. Can you believe it? Mike Zhou was taken out from the lead of the race in the 2nd round of our championship, and he's now been taken himself out of 2nd position. Cold tyres locks the rears, and all of that has meant Prince Jeffrey has had a pretty hassle-free final lap of this race. There's Bob Wan. I still think he might be getting a penalty. 37 has got a penalty. Anthony Liu for causing a collision, so they're going to drop down out of the points as well. But one final turn remains. There's still fighting going on behind, and is there cars facing the wrong direction? There is. Oh no! Prince Abubakar's been taken out. Richard Fan's been taken out. And over the line to take the checkered flag, Prince Jeffrey has taken the victory.
Yeah, I remember what happened back there.
What do you expect?
I remember watching that, and I was like, where did they come from? Yeah. I will see everybody next time. I might go live later today around 3 p.m. Eastern time. Me not sure. I do have to go to work around 4:30 in the afternoon my time, which is 5:30 Eastern time. Yeah, I'll see you guys later.